Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cow Emporium with Glen and Annette. It's Annette. So we started doing milk today, and then the power went off. You can see the microwave, nothing, nada. So we got the milk partially heated, and thank goodness we have a gas stove so we can continue. We don't have partially warm, not pasteurized milk, but we got all these jars we can't do anything with. Because when you run on a well system, when the power's out, you got no water. It's not like in town where if the power's out, you got water. So this is the cream that was already pasteurized. So I put it into a bowl with some ice, and you can probably see little sprinkles in there. I sprinkled some coarse salt in there to help make the ice extra cold. So yeah, not really a fun way to start today, but somebody's out working on the power for us, so I'm thankful for that. It seems like the garden fared fairly well through the rain we've had the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. I can see the corn is a little bit yellow though, so it's probably needing some sunshine for sure. Look at the squashes. I noticed something really interesting. So the ones by the greenhouse and these ones along here, I set them, I don't know, 6-8 weeks ago inside, and these ones over here at the end, I just put the seeds right out in the garden, and look who's doing so much better. So these ones are growing some leaves, and the plant itself is growing. And these ones over here, look at this one, so tiny, panicking, setting fruit. Some of them are just rotting, so I'm going to go through and when it dries up, and I'm going to make sure that I pull off any of those squashes with blossom end rot or just don't look like they're going to grow properly, because the plant doesn't need to put energy into those. And also, when my plants get bigger, I'm going to do a video on clearing out some branches off of my squash plants to let some airflow through there to hopefully prevent some powdery mildew. Okay, I thought I would just come out and take a picture of what's going on with the Cornish crosses in their chicken tractor. They're pretty happy in there. The sun's coming around. It's going to shine on them. And yet, lo and behold, what do I find here? Looks like Glen's been up to something. So this, see that? Torture device for chickens. No, actually, these are chicken nipples. So he's making this into a watering source. So the chickens get used to drinking from these nipples. The nipples, they rub their beak on them, and then a little bit of water will come down into their mouth. Ooh, fun times for you guys. Fun times. So today is July 1st. It's a Wednesday up here in beautiful southern Alberta, Canada. So we're hoping to move these guys out tomorrow, because most of the rain will be done by then. And it looks like they're going to have a new watering system. I think we'll be sure to keep the water jug in there just till they get the hang of it. It's plenty. It will be heavy. Okay. Okay. Awesome. We'll check it out later. Glen has been up to his awesomeness again with some more pipe. He's made this chicken feeder, so I can just pour the chicken feed in here, and you can see they can get their heads in there. Of course, he's gone around there with sandpaper so it's not sharp, and they can't scratch it out. They can probably get straw in there to make it a little messy, but I'm thinking that not really too bad a thing. Okay, so what else? Here is the pipe that he was working on earlier, and basically I'm going to pour the water into the pipe, and it will, he said he thinks it'll hold approximately a 5-gallon bucket full. Okay, so pour the water into the pipe, it fills up the pipe, feeds through this plastic hose down into here, and underneath there is where those red things are, the chicken nipples that I pointed out earlier. And then the chickens just basically touch them with their beak and then get a little shot of water. So that's lovely. Good stuff, Glen. These guys are probably moving out tomorrow, like I said. And so now they got some fancy new tools to, well, fancy new things to play with. Fancy new tools to make it nice for, there's 18. Hi, 18. You just photobombing us? Video bombing? You need some grass? Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, so anyway, thanks, Glen. The chickens love you. I love you. Nice job. Hey. Oh. So let's talk turkey. If you've been following my channel, you'll know I started with 11 turkeys. They usually send you an extra bird because sometimes they perish. Usually they perish because they're turkeys and they're pretty difficult to raise. Last time I raised the bronze turkeys, not these white ones, and I wonder if they aren't a little bit hardier of a bird. So right off the hop, we were doing just fine. And we hit about week 2, and like they just started going. I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? So it's like that when you own livestock. Now, despite doing absolutely everything right, everything that we were supposed to, they just perished, they died. And that's the way it is sometimes. This year, calving. Glen and I had a pretty rough calving year. It was just one of those years. But I take it personally. And I mean, ultimately, these are meat birds. Same with the Cornish hens. They're meat birds. But that doesn't mean that I want them living a horrible life. Because, I mean, clearly, these guys are, you know, they're pretty much living the dream right now. No, there's only 4 of them. And the little one, the last one we thought was going to die, is actually doing really well, but seems to have a bit of a limp. Now, I don't know whether that's because it's just weak, or whether it has a limp. Either way, if it's a limp, I mean, it's probably going to live a pretty good life. There's only 4 of them, so it's not going to be like high stress living for them. Not going to be squished in together, and if need be, that one can be, you know, taken care of, you know, further and spoiled even more. We didn't lose a single brown layer, knock on wood, so far. We did lose 5 of the Cornish crosses, like in the first week and a half, and I was frightened. I was like, what in the world is going on? Because I've never lost a Cornish cross. I've lost turkeys before. Not usually very many chicks, like chickens, hens, but yeah, I was pretty upset about these turkeys. I don't know what I was going to do if all 11 lived. I mean, we did buy a new freezer this year, a big freezer, so I think that's was the plan, maybe. So now we're down to 4. And yeah, if I get attached to anything, it's the turkeys, because they take so much one-on-one people love this time of year, this time of their life, because we put them in the tractor today, but we're going to take them out tomorrow, because actually this tractor right here is going to be for the brown layers. So the brown layers are going to go in this tractor starting tomorrow outside, and we'll just move them around the yard. And the Cornish crosses are coming over here, so they'll be easier to manage also. and they'll get all the grass and bugs that they want, let me tell you. So then the turkeys, we're going to have to make them kind of a new outside tractor. So I will leave that up to Mr. Glen, but I think that we can sterilize the box thing that the brown layers are in and possibly add it to their turkey box and make a nice double-sized box for them, because really, honest, there's only 4 of them now. Sorry guys, I love you. Lots of love around here. Okay. Anyway, that's it. I can't believe we're on like day 35 or 6 out of 100 already. The garden is growing well, and there's going to be lots to eat pretty soon.